Hello, my name is Edwin Rios and this is my WCAG implementation. Principle 1. Perceivable. Information and user interface components must be presentable to users in ways they can perceive. In short, the goal is that any user can perceive and understand the essential elements of the systems, regardless of whether they have a sensory disability or use assistive technologies. Guideline 1.1 Text alternatives. Provide text alternatives for any non-text content so that it can be changed into other forms people need. Success criteria 1.1.1 Non-text content label A. All non-text content that is presented to the user has a text alternative that serves the equivalent purpose. I met the criteria by assigning alternative text to the images with the alt property. This, in turn, helps screen readers interpret the images we use and serves in good programming practice as an alternative to the situation where images do not load correctly. The target audience is people with vision problems. Principle 1. Perceivable. Guideline 1.2 Time-based media. Provide alternatives for time-based media. Success criteria 1.2.2 Captions label A. Captions are provided for all pre-recorded audio content in synchronized media, except when the media is a media alternative for text and is clearly labeled as such. My target audience is people with hearing problems. Well, I met the criteria by creating closed captions for a video. This way, I ensure that the audio content of the video is perceptible for hearing impaired people. Well, same principle and same guideline, but different success criteria. Success criteria 1.2.3 Audio description or media alternative label A. An alternative for time-based media or audio description of the pre-recorded video content is provided for synchronized media except when the media is a media alternative for text and is clearly labeled as such. Well, I meet the criteria because I created a video where all the relevant visual content that is not covered by the original audio is narrated. My target audience is people with vision problems. Principle 2. Operable. User interface components and navigation must be operable. Guideline 2.1 Keyboard accessible. Make alt functionality available from a keyboard. Success criteria 2.1.1 Keyboard label A. Alt functionality of the content is operable through a keyboard interface without requiring specific timings for individual keystrokes, except where the underlying function requires input that depends on the path of the user's movement and not just the endpoints. I meet the criterion because all interactive elements are accessible by pressing tab or using standard keyboard combinations. My target audience is people with vision problems. Principle 3. Understandable. Information and the operation of the user interface must be understandable. Guideline 3.1 Readable. Make the text content readable and understandable. Success criteria 3.1.1 Language of page label A. The default human language of each web page can be programmatically determined. Well, this is the most basic thing that can go unnoticed when programming, especially when we don't think about screen readers. This helps us to ensure that the reader can read our page correctly by indicating the language in our HTML. My target audience is people with vision problems. With the Lighthouse tool, I made sure to comply with basic accessibility criteria such as contrast, rel properties, or correct HTML semantics. This tool is very useful to get closer to what the WCAG says. This is my trace tab path. The Chrome Lens tool helps us to graphically recreate how a user can access the interactive elements of your page.